We are staying on top of breaking news this morning. A driver is dead after crashing their car into the Pineville library. Investigators say it happened around 11 last night. The damage to the building also houses the town hall, which is on Main Street. We've got that area mapped out for you here. WBTV's Ron Lee is live for us this morning in Pineville at the scene of the crash.
Ron, we know earlier you received new information from the town about what happened. What are they saying this morning?
Yeah, good morning to you both. Yeah, as of this point, we have been talking pretty much in constant contact with the police department down here, and they tell us that that car was traveling right here behind me at an extremely high rate of speed when it hit railroad tracks, lost control, and plowed into the building. And folks, it did not just collide with the building, it went right through it. Now, police say the person in the car unfortunately was killed during the collision. The driver has not been identified at this point. After the Honda sedan hit the building, police quickly arrived and attempted life-saving measures, but again, that driver unfortunately did not survive. Investigators stress the car was not being pursued by police at the time, and it is unclear why this all happened in the first place. And we have also learned that there were no other people inside of the car at the time, and no one outside of the car was injured during that collision. As for the building, is it even usable this morning? No word on that just yet, but no doubt structural engineers will be called in sometime today to check on the safety and stability of that structure. This is also a very busy, high-trafficked part of Pineville. Now, investigators telling us at this point they are classifying this as a death investigation. We will continue to remain on scene gathering information and pass that on to you as soon as we get it. For now in Pineville, I'm Ron Lee. WBTV, on your side.